Hi, welcome back to another video. This one is how you should drive on your driving test. Now we're going to be at Norris Green Driving Test Centre. It is a Sunday, the roads are going to be a bit of a quiet, but it doesn't matter what test centre you're using, this is how you should be driving on your driving test. Right, so seatbelt on, you've done your in-test centre checks, so they've checked your licence, they've done your eyesight check, you're in the car, they've asked you a tell me question. So all you've got to do now is the 20 minutes independent driving, the following directions part, and a manoeuvre, and also the show me question. Right, so let's get on with it. So engine's on. I'm going to select first gear because I'm in a manual, and still look all around, make sure it's safe. And we're going to drive on. There's a lane in front, so I'm just going to tell them we're moving off. And at the end of this road we're turning left. Some mirrors. Back in one still. And we're going to stop on the left behind this parked car. And we're going to stop about a car length away, and this is called the angle move off. Like that, that'll do. About a car length. Secure the car, and they'll tell you to drive on again. At this opportunity, when you do stop, it's always worth having a little drink of water or a drink with you, preferably one that's not caffeinated, because it keeps your mouth wet and then it stops you getting as nervous. And drive on again. So with this one, you might want to make sure there's nothing coming towards you, because you're going to do a wide angle. Big turn on the steering wheel to get out. No one around, so I didn't need a signal. And then end of this road, we're turning right onto the dual carriageway. Mirrors, signal. Into one. Signal back on if it goes off. Still nothing coming. Into two. And because of all the parked cars, we're going to slightly straddle this road. It is a 30-mile-an-hour road. I'm currently doing 29 miles an hour. I'm going to sit at this speed. And if your car has cruise control, you can use it on your driving test, just so you know. Grid's width from the curb, handbrake on, secure the car, cancel the signal. Right, so this started independent driving, and the sounds we're going to follow are city centre, Bootle, and Preston. Nearly forgot the road sign then. So city centre, Bootle, then Preston. Drive on again when you're ready, so you get yourself ready. Checking all around. Oh, there is a car behind, but it's way far back. No signal needed. Adjusting for these parked cars, checking mirrors to move out a little bit. So city centre was left at the traffic light, so generally junctions, signs like that are always for the big junctions. So on the left. And then you can see the sign there says 40. So the sign we're going on to is 40 the road. And it's a dual carriageway, because we can see 3 lanes in front of us. Always be aware of what's going on around you, never just sit there looking out the front window. Always checking your lights and other traffic, what's going on around. I can hear sirens. Don't know where they're coming from yet though. Alright, we're in the left lane because it's a dual carriageway. This could also be done as a sat nav as well. Building my speed up to 40 because it's 40 road. So I'm going to sit at about 38, 39 mile an hour. And I've got a hazard ahead, car ahead with its hazard lights on, so we're going to change in this middle lane. Keeping your distance from the big wagon. Handbrake's on, clutch is down, I'm in first gear ready to go again. You see the truck just moving forward slightly there. Right, lights are changing, just checking my mirrors, make sure it's safe. BMW driver there wasn't looking at the hazard, as you can see. Come on, off you go. Moving back into the left lane. So if the sat nav would be giving you directions, it'd be saying, you know, probably about 900 yards, a mile and a quarter, turning right. But you'd want to be getting into lane or just starting to change lanes. I'm about to 500 yards, no earlier than that really, unless it's really busy. But I'm sitting at 38 mile an hour. Lights haven't changed. Don't worry about what everyone else is doing, just be aware of what you're doing. Car in the middle lane now, sitting right next to me pretty much. He's in about 2 o'clock position, 1 o'clock position now. So if you know the area, you know where you'll be going, but if you're following signs, you don't really know where you're going. So this board that's coming up now on the left, the green one, it tells you what lane goes where. So you've got the left lane goes ahead and left, the middle lane goes ahead and the right lane goes right. So the next board now, we're going to change into that middle lane. On this board, just a little boat there that says Bootle, so we're following Bootle. So this middle lane from that last sign knows that we can turn right, because this lane can go ahead and right. So what we're going to do is we're going to see the line going across us now. We're just going to go over that because that lane now goes right and that one goes ahead with the blue car's gone. And we're braking, clutch goes in, and we're stopping, so we can just pop our handbrake on and back into one because there's not many cars waiting. Keep my hand on my handbrake ready and one hand on the steering wheel, unless you need to itch your head like I do. You can have your radio on your driving test, but it's got to be low so the examiner can still talk to you. And we're going to move again, so we're checking those mirrors again, we're ready to go. Some of them turn them off, but you are allowed to have your radio on. So now, the last sign just then said 30, so this road now is 30 mile an hour. So this is the sign for Bootle. People come along here faster than 30, but this is a 30 road. And we're at 28 mile an hour. So the next sign we're following is Preston. Sign there for 30. So Preston on this side here is off to the left. And because we're continuing to follow the sign for Preston, we just need to keep into the right lane here on this particular route. We'll usually be in the left lane, but I know we're going right. So we're going right to Preston, which is the third exit on this roundabout. Looking at the roundabout now, you can see it's clear. Dropping down to 2, staying in the inside lane in the roundabout. 1, 2. On this particular roundabout, you don't merge into that left lane, you just stay in this right lane to follow it ahead. And you're coming off there, and then as you can see, it merges in turn. So we just merge in with it. Always check your mirror, even if there's no one there. Get you in the habit of doing it. So we can see traffic lights up ahead. They're currently on green for us, where we're going to be following the road ahead. And you can see the lights have changed, so we're checking mirrors, we're starting to brake. Clutch goes in. And the lights have only just turned red, haven't they? So chances are we're going to be waiting a few minutes. So handbrake on, back into 1. Check the mirrors again, that's before you go. So that right lane merges in with the left lane, as you can see by them signs and the road markings. Checking your mirrors. Got a driving school behind us that seems a little bit impatient. Now, this red marking here, it says bus lane. There's no signs to accompany it, but there's a hazard up ahead, so I'm not going to use that left lane because there's a hazard up ahead. But you can use that left lane. Once we go past this parked van here, we're going to go back in. So we're checking mirrors, know what's going on, and you want to go in straight away. We don't signal because there's a road, just merge in. So now we're in. Instructor there, and that was shown in the wrong lane coming across the junction. Up into 3rd gear. So this is still 30 mile an hour. There's a clue on the left there, says 20. Not always a clue, but you're not gonna. This isn't gonna be a 40 mile an hour road, too small. And it's only a single carriageway. This. Stop somewhere safe on the left. There we are. Secure the car, neutral, cancel signal, and wait for the next instruction. And you're going to take this opportunity to have a drink of water. Right, so we're going to drive on again, and they're going to get you to follow the sign for town centre with this particular route. So check all around me, I've got a wall, but just be aware. Ready to go. No signal because no one around. So it's still 30, just in case you forgot. So keep it to the left, and I'm looking for the sign for town centre. So we can see on this roundabout, town centre is 2nd exit ahead, 2nd exit. So I'm going to be in the left lane for the head. Starting to slow it down for the roundabout. Looking at the roundabout, see what's happening. Right, there is a silver car. I'm just going to slow it down a bit more and gear down to 2, and I should be able to slide in behind them. That's it. Stay to the outside edge of the roundabout. As we get to here now, checking mirrors and signal left to come off the roundabout, staying inside that line. the independent driving, I'll give you directions from now on. And then at the traffic lights we're turning left. So passing this road, checking the mirrors, signalling left. We've got a pedestrian about to run across the road. Down into 2, looking for any new road signs. We can see here now we've got 20-mile-an-hour signs. There's one there, and there's the other one on the other side. So it's 20 and it's speed bumps as well. So I'm just going into third there, but you can, as long as you keep the revs down, it'll go, and it just quiets the engine down a little bit. So we're at 20 mile an hour. And the manoeuvre we're going to do is stop on the right. So we're going to take mirrors and signal right. I'm going to gear down because third's a bit too high now. I'm going to check again. I'm going to move across the road. Clutch goes in, let it roll, let it roll. Make sure you're nice and straight with the curb. That's it. Secure the car. And now we're going to reverse back a couple of car lengths. So into reverse. In this car, button, squeeze the button all the way across, next to 1 and up. Check all around. And you want to keep your hand on the top of the wheel here, twisting your seat a little bit, make sure it's clear, and reverse back slightly, checking that mirror as well, fixing it if you need to get it a little bit closer. Use this second car as a guide because it's stopped by the van. There we go. And get yourself comfortable again and have another drink of water. And they'll say drive on again when you're ready, rejoining the carriageway. So checking all around, road's always the final check. No one nearby, but I'm going to signal because I'm on the wrong side of the road. Just in case anyone was coming off the driveways. Still 20, so I'm doing 20 now. Although we're going up a hill, could struggle a little bit. Sat at 19 mile an hour, 20. At the end of the road, we're turning right. Mirrors, signalling. Back into 1 ready. Right, a little bit of peep and creeping here. Nothing coming, you can go. New road, check your mirrors again. Still 20. Exit. Check the mirrors, make sure there are no roads, which there isn't, so we can put this left signal on now. Slowing down, and we're coming into a 30 mile an hour road. I'm going to go for second for now in case we can go, which we can. Nice and clear. So remember it's 30, that's what the sun visor down. It's sunny. Third gear, 27 mile an hour. I've got a no entry on the right. We've got a give way signs. We've got a pedestrian crossing sign. So we're giving way to the right. So we're just going to have a little look to there to make sure there's nothing coming. Nice and clear. Falling out, stay in the left lane. Still 30. Lights are currently on green. Could they change though? So, with it being Sunday, they might change quite quickly. Too close now to brake if I had to. Still 30. Into 4th gear. That's fine. Right, so we're going to be following the road ahead, which means we need the middle lane. Got a car just passing us. We're going to check our mirrors, signal to move in. Just before we get to the zigzag lines, because you can't change on the zigzags. And now we're in that lane. And we're doing 30 mile an hour. Up over this flyover. Fourth gear would make me go a little bit quick there because the going up the hillside, that's about a bit more gas. So we've got to 31 mile an hour, so just geared down just to control that speed a bit better. And we're going down a hill, so we don't want to be adding any gas, if anything. Just let it roll a little bit, depending on how steep the hill is. So we've got traffic could merge from the left here, so we're just going to check to make sure there's nothing coming down, which it's clear, and it's still 30. Repeated here now, looks like 30, but as you can tell by how far that car is in front of us, they weren't doing 30 mile an hour. And this is the thing with when you're on your driving test, people won't, if they've got a full licence, they won't be doing the speed limit, they'll all be speeding. At the traffic lights we're turning left. So on the other side of the traffic light there I can see a 40 sign. Lights are changing, checking mirrors, starting to brake, and clutch goes down. Still in the gear we were in because the clutch is down, makes no difference, and then handbrake on and back into 1. Now there's a sign just there for the road we're going into on the left. I don't know if it was picking up on the camera. Excuse me, but just above the traffic lights that are on our left that are covered up, there's a sign there that says 40, so that means the road we're going on to now is 40 mile an hour. Still being aware of what's around you all the time. Never just sit there looking ahead, daydreaming. Keep yourself active. Being aware of everyone. Lights are changing, checking the mirrors, and off we go. Right, so you can see currently it's 2 lanes, but the road's starting to open up into 3 lanes. So we're going to change into that left lane now. So we're going to follow it straight in. No need for a signal because we followed the curb line. And we're at 38 mile an hour. Like we did before, where we left it to about 500 yards before we changed lanes. If you need to turn right on this, you'd do the same again, depending on traffic. About 500 yards if you set it on the sat nav. At the second set of traffic lights, we're turning right, so it's after the bridge. So after the bridge is when I'm going to start thinking about, or starting to change lanes across. I'm not going to do it now, it's too early, there's nothing around me, the road's empty, it's dead. All that traffic in front of us is all that's behind us as well, there's nothing behind us. So the lights may change, just covering the brake. Oh, we're good. And that's pedestrian crossing, so that won't change. And sometimes they do on their own. So we're checking our mirrors now and our blind spot. Don't need a signal because no one there. Into this middle lane, and we're checking mirrors and blind spots again, and then we're changing into the right lane. Again, no signal required because there's no one there. And then at the traffic lights we're turning right, so mirrors, signal. Don't need a blind spot check because there's the curb next to us. Our lights are on green, but will they be green by the time we get there? They might not be. There, we're good to go. So say, can you show me how you operate your headlights? So it's just down here, keeping control of the car, switch it over to the right, and then switch it back to automatic. Right, so we're checking mirrors, so we're going left, signal left, slowing it right down, second gear. Keeping in our lane. Into 3, checking mirrors. And we're going to stop on the left. So checking mirrors, signal down for left. There we go, secure the car. Neutral, cancel signal. Have some water. Now I can see the test centre from here, we're really nearby because I remember coming back this way before. So we were at that junction that we were over the road from before, so I can see where it started from, so we're not far from the end now. Right, driving on when you're ready. So first gear, hand on the handbrake, one hand on the steering wheel, checking all around, make sure it's safe. No signal needed because there's no one around. At the junction ahead, to your carriageway, we're going to follow the road ahead, and that's where the trees are, where that white car's coming towards us if it picks up on the camera. Dual carriageway, into 1, have a good look, it is clear, so we're going to keep to the left in the middle. It's clear to our left, so we're going to follow it out, and then we're going to signal left here to go down this road. We're just going to stop on the left again. Just for an extra one, because you tend to do it about 4 or 5 times. If your test's gone a little bit too quick, you might take it around the block again. Right, and driving on again when you're ready. And it's the next road on the right. Drop into 1 because it's a really small road. I'm going to stay in 1 to come up this road because it's only a small road. Normally we go into the gates here, but we can't do that because we're not allowed into practice. And when you get back to the test centre, you just drive forwards into a bay. Example like this, handbrake on, secure the car, and they'll tell you to turn the engine off and make yourself comfortable. So you take the engine off and you'd undo your seatbelt, and then they'll give you the result. And I think that drive will be a pass, so if you can drive like that on your test, you'll be passing your driving test. Hope you found this video useful. Give it a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.